Hey, y'all, welcome back up in here. I made Irish soda bread. Let's watch me do it. Y'all, Irish soda bread. It's really simple. I want to get back to the basics, you know? I've been making all these cakes and confections. Kind of complicated, actually.
Asshole.
But I'm not a baker. Technically I am a baker because I baked at least once, but I don't really know baking. I don't really know what the ingredients do. I don't really know what happens when you make substitutions or switch things up. So I want to take it back to the basics. And I found this recipe for Irish soda bread. There's 4 ingredients. 4. That's it. Flour, salt, baking soda, and buttermilk. That's it.
Wow.
Actually, I already had everything. I just needed to buy buttermilk. I've never bought buttermilk before. Oh, we're doing 450 grams of flour. Regular old flour. How we doing? 448. $4.49. $4.50. Exact. I'm getting to be a pretty good cocaine dealer using the scale, you know. I'm getting a feel for it. So 450 grams of flour, and then I think a teaspoon of salt. That's what I put in next. Yep. I keep my salt in a little plastic thing like chefs do. There's that salt. And then a teaspoon of baking powder. And the baking powder, see, you got that little hole there for the baking powder? I couldn't fit a teaspoon in there. So I'd use a 1/4 teaspoon thing and do 4 of them. American public school, y'all. Not too shabby. One 1/4 teaspoon. Two 1/4 teaspoon. 3/4 teaspoon. Four 1/4 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. The directions didn't say to sift it, but y'all, I have this sifter, so we're sifting. We're sifting. The salt I use is kind of big. It's like kosher salt, so the crystals are kind of large. So they always are left over at the end here. There's all the salt. Right, very good. Then I thought that I'd give that a little mix. Just 'cause, like, sifting's great, but it doesn't mix it, right? Here we go. And the directions said to form a trough or a little bowl with the dry stuff. And then you pour 400 milliliters of buttermilk in. Oh. Okay, so I guess this thing happened where I thought I pushed the button to film it, but I didn't push it, and then when I thought I pushed to stop to film it, I started filming. So here you can see I have a measuring glass thing, and it goes up to 400 milliliters, a little higher, but I wanted to measure it on the scale just to see if they're the same, and it was. But there, it's already done. And that's the sound of me putting the buttermilk back in the fridge. 400 milliliters of buttermilk. Pour it on in there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I'm cleaning up. So I guess I don't know what I thought. I thought the camera was stopped at this point. I hope I film the rest of this, or else we're just going to get the in-between scenes. Oh, you know what I'm doing right now is I'm putting flour on my cutting board because I knew once I start mixing, my hand's going to get all gross. And I need 2 clean hands to get the flour out of the cabinet and all that, blah, 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 blah. So I went ahead and put flour on the cutting board, right? I think I'm cleaning? What's happening here? Oh, I'm putting parchment paper in the baking pan. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Get to it. Wide angle. Buttermilk is thick. One of my grandfathers used to drink buttermilk every morning for breakfast. I've never tried it. I should probably try it. But I've heard it's like tangy. Tangy milk doesn't sound very good to me. I'm glad I filmed this part because this is the most fun. The milk was cold. Put my hand in it. The directions also say to not mix it too much. You don't want to knead it like you do with bread with yeast in it, because then it'll get all tough. So I was trying to be really careful, like just fold it in there. Touch it as little as possible. I also read up on why this is called Irish soda bread. And it's because it uses baking soda and buttermilk instead of yeast to make it rise. And the reason people were using buttermilk and baking soda instead of yeast is because yeast was really expensive at some point. Maybe Max Miller knows more about that. I bet he does. Starting to come together. The stuff is sticky, y'all. Started to look like I had elephantitis of the hand. You know? Out of control cell growth. Look at all that. It's just sticking. Trying to keep one clean hand is kind of tough, y'all. You know? I wasn't sure how much to mix it, but it felt like at this point it was still too sticky to be done mixing it. But in hindsight, I feel like maybe this was fine. You know? Maybe this was fine at this point. And I was thinking maybe it's so sticky because there's still flour on the edge of the bowl. But I don't think that really made a difference, scraping it off the sides like that. I thought that at some point it would naturally unstick from my fingers and stick to the loaf. But no, I had to kind of force it off my fingers. See? Already covered. Maybe I should have put flour on my hand, right? That would have probably been a good thing. Next time. Or oil, maybe. No, that would probably change the chemistry somehow. Should have put flour on my hand, I think. This was actually really frustrating. Because I want to get it all. You know? And y'all, I wish I had one of those counters, like a granite countertop or whatever, just flat, so I could just use the counter to do this. But I have these tiles, and you can't really clean in between the tiles very accurately, so I don't trust it. There's probably all kinds of bacteria in there. Once I got the flour on top, that seemed to be less sticky. So I thought I'd just fold it in a little bit. That's probably all I needed to do, you know? But on videos where I see people do it, they get a nice smooth top, like a dome. And I had trouble doing that. It's about as good as I could get it. The directions said for it to be about 2 inches tall. And I think I wash my hands at this point. Yeah, so I push it down a little bit to get it about 2 inches tall. And then you gotta cut across in the top to let the fairies out.
Wow.
It seems like fairies in the bread might be a good thing, but I guess it's a bad thing to have fairies in the bread. The directions said to do it about 2 centimeters deep, and I think I did it too deep. I think visually I did more like 2 inches deep, you know? Started sticking to the knife. Tried putting some flour on the knife. I don't think that really helped much. I should probably just have done like 2 really quick slices, right? Because this seems too deep. But now the fairies have plenty of room to get out. Get out, fairies. You know, when you're a kid, you read these fairy tales, and fairies are supposed to be all nice and stuff, but when you get older, and you see films like Pan's Labyrinth, and fairies seem like jerks, like kind of evil, you know? So I pushed some parchment paper in my baking pan that I recently got, and I realize now, oh, I should have put this in here before I cut the cross in the top, because this is just... Yeah, that doesn't look right. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. And that whole time my oven was preheating to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, or 220 degrees Celsius, right? I put it in there. Great. And this is at, I think, 15-minute mark. And then you're supposed to reduce the temperature. So I reduced it down to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or 200 Celsius. Is that right? And you can see on the top there, it's getting kind of crispy looking. I think this is after it baked for 20 more minutes. Pretty sure that's what this is. Yep. And you check it by tapping on it. If you tap on it and it sounds hollow, I didn't hear anything, but it felt hollow. So I thought it might be okay. It's also very hot at that point. But here it is, sitting on top of the oven. Yeah. See, that sounds hollow. Yes. And the crust looks okay, doesn't it? It actually kind of evened itself out. And now I'm putting it on the cooling rack. You can see my toppings in the back. I got those coming to room temperature. Look at that, y'all. Bread. I made a loaf of bread.
Wow.
And it was hot. Look at that bread. Look at that, y'all. That looks like you go into a bakery and you get some rustic loaf, right? I really thought it would be more complicated. I mean, I've not tasted it, so we'll see. Okay. Now, may I introduce to you the loaf of bread. Irish soda bread, y'all. How's that look? Let me try this. How's that look? Yeah? Oh. Thumbnail? Bread. Y'all, let's cut this crap open. Got my good old US Postal Service box that I've had since I started this channel. Used to put my laptop on it. Now I put food on it. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes. Okay. How we looking, y'all? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's cut this bread open. This is the closest thing I have to a bread knife. Feels done. I don't feel any liquidness in there. Oh, it sounds crunchy, doesn't it? Okay. Let's look at the middle. Oh, what? Oh, it's still warm. Smells like a scone. It smells, I mean, it's almost exactly the same ingredients as a scone. Let's I'll put half of it down here. Just gonna work with this half. Yeah. Y'all, I got some toppings. First, we're gonna do some savory toppings, and then some sweet. Got a piece here. Look at that. Oh, yeah. It's nice and soft and kind of feels like a pound cake, you know? Cut this in half too. So, y'all, first I want to try with some Irish butter. This is Kerrygold salted Irish butter. It's nice and soft. It's been sitting out. See how easy it spreads. I'm putting a bunch on it too, y'all. It's a celebration. Look at that. Oh, mama. Okay. All right, y'all. Irish soda bread. with butter. What else do you need? Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Mm. Mm. This is some of the best bread I've ever eaten. Wow. I'm never buying bread again. Got some tea. Yo, that's good stuff. It's like salty cake. And that butter's really good. I learned that European style butter has more fat in it, which tastes good, and American butter has more water and milk solids in it. So it's not as flavorful. But salt, the salt in that is perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna add this piece butter. Getting crumbs on the floor. Gregory will clean that up. He's napping right now. And I got some cheddar cheese here, y'all. This is California local cheddar cheese. I've already tasted the cheese and it's really good. Okay. Irish soda bread with butter and cheddar cheese. Mm. Delicious. Let's put some Marmite on it. I would normally put this on the bread, but since we already got cheese on there. Do Irish people eat Marmite? I feel like Marmite is more of a English thing, or maybe even a Scottish thing, but I bet Irish people eat Marmite, right? I don't know. Probably. They're just across the channel, or sea, or whatever you call that bit that surrounds Isle of Man. Okay, y'all. Irish soda bread with butter, cheddar cheese, and Marmite. Mmm. 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 The Marmite makes the cheese even saltier and cheesier. Mmm. Yo, why don't I bake bread? It's so easy, and it's way better than stuff you get at the store. It's like moist and warm, soft but also crunchy. I feel like I'm learning about a secret that's been kept from me my whole life. Thanks, Grandma, Grandpa. With your Wonder Bread.
War.
I'm gonna have a little more of this before we get to the sweet stuff. I think I put a little bit of Marmite. I don't need any more Marmite. This is good. Mmm. Mmm. Hmm. What else do you need? Why are we screwing stuff up and putting other things in our bread? And that's so satisfying. Just bread and butter and cheese. Even just the bread and butter is good. I guess nutrition is an issue, but whatever. You only live once, unless you're Buddhist. Okay, let's get some sweet stuff going. What do you say? Let's cut off another nice thick chunk. I hope you can hear that slicing, because that's some crunchiness. Don't slice your fingers. Don't knock it over. Yeah, I need to get a bread knife if I'm going to be doing this. It's kind of fun to struggle. There we go. Okay. How's this piece right here? Look at that. Crumbs for Gregory. Cut this in half. Okay, got a few sweet things to try. But first, I feel like it still needs butter, even though we're going sweet. I'm going to put a little bit of butter on there because it's delicious. I'm going to clean my knife by licking it. And I got some strawberry jam I need to finish off. Store-bought. It's really thin. Is this rotten? Nope. Oh. Okay. Oh. Making a mess already. Okay, y'all. Irish soda bread with butter and strawberry jam. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That bread is good. The outside of the bread is nice and firm and kind of crispy, but it has a nice, like, darker flavor than the inside. Look at that. Can you see that? Mm. I have a little nib of cheddar cheese in there too. I was planning on making cheddar cheese and strawberry jam sandwich with this, but I basically just used all the strawberry jam. I've got more in my fridge, but I don't want to go get it. I'm having too much of a good time. But I do have marmalade. Hey! Let's try marmalade and cheddar cheese. A little butter. What? Just want to do part of it. Never really had marmalade till I started doing this British stuff. This is the first thing of marmalade I ever bought. It's good. It's a very adult flavor. You know, it's kind of like sourish. Because it's basically orange jam, right? Okay, y'all. Irish soda bread with butter, marmalade, and cheddar cheese. Hmm. Hmm. Very nice. I think the strawberry stands up to the cheddar a little better. Y'all, next up, I got a little honey. A little sous bee honey. And I got the Southern California version. I guess that just means that they used bees that used flowers from Southern California. So if you... Oh. If you've got allergies or something, it's supposed to help. A little butter. Do you put butter whenever you do the honey? I feel like y'all put butter on bread no matter what you put on it, right? In America, we don't. Ranch is more likely to be on our bread. I don't know why y'all don't do ranch as much. I think you would love it. It's like garlic and dill. Creamy. Oh, yeah. Okay, y'all. Irish soda bread with Irish butter and sous bee honey from California. Excuse me. Tastes like you would expect. For a moment, it triggered like a Marmite flavor. Y'all, you know how honey has like a darkness to it? It kind of reminds me of Marmite. Is that a thing? Do people eat Marmite with honey? Well, I'm gonna try it. Because I think it might be delicious.
More bread.
Oh, Gregory's awake. I think the honey woke him up. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I wasn't paying attention. Fine. Oh, yeah. Virginia. The state of Virginia. Okay. First a little bread, butter. Yeah. Hey, Gregory. Gregory's awake. Little Marmite. Every time I go in my cabinet and get the Marmite out, I think about that Marmite commercial where there's like child protection services coming to, excuse me, save the Marmite that's been in the back of the cabinet forever. It's really funny. Oh, Gregory's sniffing the air down there. Okay. Yeah? Is this a thing? Okay, y'all. Irish soda bread with butter, Marmite, and honey. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. It got a little intense there for a sec. I think I put too much Marmite on it. I got a big glob of it by itself. But it does go well with the honey. It's like super salty and super sweet together. Very nice. Y'all, I almost forgot this little bastard right here. Maybe you saw my scone video? I made scones. And I put some Coleman's on a scone. I was expecting to be disgusted. But it wasn't bad, y'all. It wasn't bad at all. I actually kind of liked it. And I could taste it with some salami and some cheese. And I got some cheese right here. Cut this piece off. All right, y'all. Irish soda bread with cheddar cheese and Coleman's mustard. No butter. Yep. I actually tasted some sweetness for a second there. Why am I still wearing headphones? I've come back around to it. Wow. Gotta eat this. And this. Yeah, I think my favorite It's just the good old bread with some salty Irish butter. I think that's just the best. It's so simple, you don't need anything else. Mmm. Mmm. He thinks he's about to get some Irish soda bread.
Thank you.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Where you going? Where you going, boy? Well, I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks. Thank y'all for watching this with me. Hang on. And I'll see y'all next time.